The scariest night of my life began with what we thought was a brilliant idea. My best friend Jake and I, just 16 and stupid, decided to camp in an abandoned camper we'd found deep in the forests of eastern Canada. We'd discovered it months before, this rotting metal coffin swallowed by the woods, small trees growing through its rusted undercarriage. The perfect place to prove our bravery. But as we trudged through the blackened forest that night, our dying flashlight barely piercing the darkness, the camper loomed suddenly before us, a hulking silhouette groaning in the wind. When we pulled open the screeching metal door, the stench of decay punched us in the faces. Our feeble light revealed nightmare details. Food cans swollen with decades of rot, water-stained porn magazines fused to the floor, and worst of all, fresh scratch marks along the walls. "Rats," Jake said, but the way his voice cracked told me he didn't believe that either. Then we heard it, a slow heavy footstep told me he didn't believe that either. Then we heard it, a slow heavy footstep crunching outside. We huddled in what remained of the bed area, our backs against the moldy wall. The rats weren't hiding anymore. I could see their beady eyes glinting from holes in the ceiling, watching us. Then the wind howled and the whole campus screamed, metal twisting, glass rattling like something was trying to get in. "Just a storm," Jake whispered, but his trembling flashlight beam betrayed him. That's when I noticed the hallway. A pitch-black tunnel running the length of the camper, and at the far end, a small grimy window. Or so I thought. I jerked awake to the sound of my own whimper. Something had changed. There, at the far end of the camper, a man's silhouette perfectly framed in the window. Frozen. Staring. "Jake?" I hissed, nails digging into his arm. "There's someone out there." The figure didn't move until I did. Then it mirrored me exactly. For 10 agonizing minutes we stared at this thing, watching as it occasionally shifted but never broke eye contact. When Jake finally aimed the flashlight, the beam reflected off a dust-caked mirror. We'd been screaming at our own reflections the whole time. We laughed until we cried that night, but we never went back. Because here's what still haunts me. That camper had been abandoned for decades, so why was the mirror clean enough to give us such a perfect reflection? And those scratch marks on the walls, they were on the inside. Have you ever experienced something like this? Where your mind plays tricks so real, it chills your blood? Tell me in the comments if you dare.